Why do good people do terrible things? Not villains, not monsters. Ordinary people, people who love their families, people who see themselves as kind, fair, and decent. And yet, under pressure, in certain moments, they betray, hurt, and destroy. Why? The usual answers feel shallow: stress, circumstances, bad upbringing. But Carl Gustav Jung gave a different answer. He said, because there is a part of you that you have never met. He called it the shadow. Jung didn't believe the human mind was simple. He saw it as layered, divided. On the surface, there is the version of you that you show the world. Polished, controlled, acceptable. Jung called this the persona. But beneath that, there is another layer, a hidden one. Everything you've rejected about yourself lives there. Your anger, your envy, your selfishness, your desire for power, even your capacity for cruelty. Not because you chose to be dishonest, but because, at some point, you learned, this part of me is not allowed. So you buried it. And Jung's warning was simple. You didn't destroy those parts. You just made them unconscious. Here's where it becomes dangerous. The shadow doesn't disappear. It waits. And the more you deny it, the stronger it becomes. Think about this carefully. The person who insists they are always calm may be sitting on buried rage. The person who prides themselves on being selfless may be hiding resentment. The person who sees themselves as purely good may have the most to hide from themselves. Jung noticed a pattern. The more perfect someone tries to appear, the more unstable their hidden side becomes, because everything you refuse to face doesn't go away. It builds pressure. Eventually, that pressure breaks. And when it does, it shocks everyone, including you. The calm person explodes. The loyal partner betrays. The honest person lies. It feels sudden. But Jung said it was never sudden. It was building the whole time. He called this process enantiodromia. When something is pushed too far in one direction, it flips into its opposite. Too much control becomes chaos. Too much goodness becomes hidden darkness. But Jung didn't just see this in individuals. He saw it in entire societies. He lived through the rise of Nazi Germany, and what he witnessed wasn't just political failure. He believed it was psychological, a collective shadow, a whole society that believed itself civilized, moral, superior, while its darker instincts, violence, hatred, dehumanization, were pushed out of awareness. And what happened? Those denied qualities didn't disappear. They were projected outward, onto an enemy. Jung warned, when you refuse to face your inner darkness, you will find someone else to carry it for you. And once that happens, cruelty becomes easy. He wrote something that still hits hard today. What is not made conscious appears as fate. In other words, what you refuse to see within yourself will show up in your life anyway. In your relationships, in your decisions, in your conflicts. Unconscious patterns don't stay hidden. They play out. So why don't we face the shadow? Because it's uncomfortable. Because it threatens your identity. It forces you to admit you are not just the good person you believe you are. You are more than that. And that more includes things you'd rather not see. Jung said facing the shadow requires something rare. Moral courage. Not intelligence. Not curiosity. Courage. Because you're not just discovering information, you're confronting yourself. But here's the turning point. Jung didn't believe this was a problem to avoid. He believed it was the most important work of your life. He called it individuation, becoming whole, not perfect. Whole. A whole person doesn't pretend they have no darkness. They know it's there, and because they know it, they have a choice. They can feel anger without being controlled by it. They can recognize envy without acting on it. They can see their capacity for harm and choose differently. That is a real strength. Not pretending you're good, but knowing what you're capable of and choosing wisely. So here's something practical. Pay attention to your strongest reactions. Not mild annoyance, strong reactions. The people who irritate you intensely, the traits that trigger you immediately, the moments where your reaction feels bigger than it should be. Write them down, then ask yourself one question. What might this reveal about me? Not them, you. Where does this exist in your own life? Even in a small way? Even in a form you don't like admitting? You don't need perfect answers. Just stay with the question, because the moment you start looking inward, the it shadow begins to lose its control. Here's the truth Jung was pointing at. The most dangerous person is not the one who knows their darkness. It's the one who believes they don't have any. So don't run from it. Don't deny it. Face it. Because what you find there won't destroy you. Ignoring it might. The shadow is not your enemy. It's the part of you you've refused to understand. And the moment you turn toward it, instead of away from it, is the moment you begin to become something rare. A human being who is aware, and because of that, truly free.